We are back live now. Welcome to the live stream. You guys having a wonderful night here. Now it should be good, guys. Now it should be good. Adam, what's up? Can you look into Radium? Yeah, Radium. Take a look at Radium here. Thank you all, guys, coming back. We had over 90 people. Sucks to get off because of that, but it's all good. You know, we're back. Good evening, everyone. Radium is looking great here, in my opinion. Resetting that stochastic back to oversold here on the monthly, which is good. Right? We're holding that 25 on the monthly, very bullish on the weekly. You know, on the weekly, we had that cross right here, but I expect us to turn around. Right, we broke that 25. We broke the 200 to 25. So, you know, very soon we're going to start to flip here, the 25, the 200. We're going to start to curve up. All right, so this is what I expect here for Radium. You can see how we had a lot of resistance right there on the 25, and now we don't. We broke it. Now, also, we're getting a big head and shoulder. I mean, you know, on the bearish side, we can't let this play out. We cannot get a big rejection right there, you know. But honestly, not too bad. You know, I believe this is going to follow Ethereum. It's going to do pretty well. On the daily, we're about to get that golden cross too here in a couple of days, maybe a week or so. So I would say on the daily, that 200 is resistance right here. So you might kind of pull back here slightly, have a slow pullback here. Once with that 25 crosses the 200, kind of do something like that, right? So again, this could take a couple weeks. This might take till mid-August, maybe the entire August on this pullback. Kind of have a boring August here. Of course, it all depends on Bitcoin, what Bitcoin decides to do here in this pendant. I think there's a big probability we do break to the downside, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you for the heart, Summer. I appreciate it. A lot of you guys asking for XRP. Take a look at it. We'll take a look here at XRP. Shout out to you guys on YouTube as well. Don't forget to leave a like if you're on YouTube. You know, we recently had that cross here on XRP. We're coming back to retest the 25. So I would say a good target here for XRP is around, you know, $3, 290. You know, so I mean, I'd expect XRP over the next coming weeks to kind of just stay in this flag, possibly a bull flag here that we can possibly be in, right? So we're probably gonna stay boring here, kind of chop a little bit, maybe wait for that 25 and then start to pick back up, right? So either way, I think this is a good buy the dip opportunity. I don't expect XRP to drop here back to 260. There's a chance if Bitcoin goes to 110, or if Bitcoin goes back to 110, we can definitely drop here to 260 or so, which was the previous big resistance point here for XRP. So the lowest I see is going is around 260 if we have that big drop. Thank you guys for the likes, for the hearts. Shout out to you guys on YouTube as well. We got a video coming out tomorrow, so don't forget to watch it. Yeah, market's been super sideways here. I mean, you can easily see Bitcoin on the daily. Like I said, we're gonna make a major decision here for Bitcoin very soon. Right. So get the measured move here. And we break to the downside. Again, that target is I mean, it's exactly what I said, 112, 111. Get that measured move right there. So again, don't be surprised if we have a major pullback to 111, 112. Because look, we break to the downside. That's what the measured move is. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Summer. Thank you for the gifts. You see that? So I'd expect Bitcoin to make that decision in a couple days. But we're just independent here. Maybe FOMC, maybe we're waiting for FOMC to see what's going on, and then Bitcoin might make that decision soon. Blackie, what's up, bro? Trending news. Best penny stock. Let me know if you guys can hear well on YouTube. If you guys are on YouTube, let me know if you guys can hear well. Let me know how the audio is. I haven't checked out HBAR yet. But HBAR, take a look at here at HBAR. This is our first red week here, starting the week red here in a while. Charlie White says Bitcoin collapse. Blackie, sure, you're shorting everything? Are you up right now on your shorts, or you just started shorting? Yeah, I mean, we had that cross here recently on HBAR, but doesn't mean we can't pull back here, right? We could definitely pull back here, wait up for that 25. We need a long term. I'm bullish on the HBAR. This is a great chart here. Definitely a double bottom right there. I don't expect the HBAR to go back to those levels. And with that golden cross, all right, 25 over the 200, we'll probably find support on that 25, and then we're ready to go. Man, I showed it at the top of 194, 2 a.m. up 1K. Wow, that is awesome. Shout out to Adrian, up 1K on his trade here on Solana. Shorting 194 right here from yesterday. You know, last night Solana was around 1, yeah, exactly right here where he shorted. So nice short, man. Congrats on that short. Don't forget to take profits, of course. Oh, you started this morning? Sir Marco, I just convinced my brother to get crypto, but his only got 1K to spend. What do you recommend? Man, that's awesome. I mean, that's awesome that you're convincing your brother to get into crypto. What I would recommend him do, you know, for someone that's new into crypto and only got 1K to spend, I wouldn't spend it all at once. I would add, like, I'll spend maybe 200 each week. So kind of slowly get into the market. Again, we can get a pullback here into August easy. So I'll do maybe 200 each week or so. And what I would personally do, nothing is financial advice, but what I would suggest is look into the top 20, right? The top 20 market cap. Obviously, this is the top 200. I mean, this is the top 100. But the top 20 includes, obviously, Solana, Cardano, TON, Chainlink, of course, Dogecoin. Right, looking at into the top 10, I'll probably spend 500 into the top 10 and then 500 into the top 20. That's what I would personally do. Well, that's what I would say to a new beginner. Right? Because there's a lot of coins right now that are great positions here to continue this to the upside eventually after the next coming weeks or so. Thank you, Marco. I appreciate it. But again, right, like XRP, Cardano, Solana, HBAR is another great one. Chainlink. I would just tell them, just focus on the top 10, top 20, research them. Whichever one that stands out to you based on your research. CoinMarketCap is a great app where you can actually go to their about page, see what they're about, go to their website, see what the project's about. And also shows you the chart too, right? So thank you, Summer. I appreciate it. Purple Bitcoin on Solana. PBTC is about to crush during altcoin season. Yeah, man, I gotta look into that Purple Bitcoin. I actually have BTC. What is it? BTCB? It's a super low cap coin that I suggested in my Discord. It's a coin I've been buying up. BTCB, Bitcoin on base. But I know there's a Bitcoin on Solana too. Right? Again, these coins, be careful with them. It's super high risk. Anthony says, I hope it stays low till Friday. I want to buy again. Yeah, guys. I mean, I think this is a good buying opportunity. You might keep going on. I mean, Bitcoin, it's not confirmed yet, right? We're not confirmed we're going to drop. We're not confirmed we're going to pump yet. You can clearly see right here on the daily, you've been in this chop city here. So, I mean, if you're trading, you know, you got to know what you're doing here if you're trading, right? Because we just been up and down until Bitcoin makes a decision, which could be tomorrow, right? I would say once we break this, once we break the pendant and then break 25 MA on the daily, then we make that decision to the downside. Because right here, we broke the pendant right here, but we bounced on the 25. So this is a fake out. And then same thing right here. We broke it right here, right? But then we came back down. So we have a lot of fake outs here the last couple weeks. But to the downside, you know, if you break, I would say so. If you break and we close below 116 on the daily, then we're getting ready to come down here to 111, 112. So, what's up, Chips? How you doing, bro? Long time no see. I know, man. How you been? It's been a while since I seen you, bro. Yes, if Bitcoin definitely pulls back to 112, 111, all coins will definitely go lower for sure. Right? But I don't expect a mega crash, right? I don't expect, you know, the coins to get a mega crash. Especially since a lot of them, I mean, the ETH's been holding up well. A lot of coins been holding up well. BNB, all-time highs. XRP as well. So, I mean, we're not confirming this yet. We have to see this play out here. See what Bitcoin does. We might tighten up here for the next coming days here. $180 major soul support getting tested. Yeah, let's take a look here on the daily, right? The daily update. A lot of coins are down. A lot of coins are down big here. Say 8%. Pengu 8%. Jupiter 11%. Data 9%. So, you know, if you haven't gotten into these coins, I would say it's a great opportunity to DCA, to buy coins that you're bullish on despite this drop. All right, pump is down as well. I'm doing great, Jam. How about you? And he says, what do you think about ASM? It's low cap. When it pump, goes hard. ASM, I believe I looked at ASM yesterday, but we'll take a look at it here. Give you my honest opinion. Based on the charts, of course. Yeah, I mean, this month doesn't look too good here on the candle, right? We had a major pump, yeah, but you know, I mean, this is a huge wick all the way back down. This it shows there's a lot of selling here for ASM. We pumped all the way here to 7 cents, but then we came all back down to like 2 cents, man. That's like a huge pump and dump right here on the month, right? I'm not saying this coin is bearish, but you know, the bullish scenario is we can, you know, slowly form like a inverted head and shoulders here. That's a bullish scenario. Until we close above that 25 here on the daily, we're still bearish here. So we need to close here on the monthly, that is, on the monthly above that 25. Kind of form like an inverted head and shoulders here. Then we're bullish. But that's not good, right? This huge wick to 7 cents back to 2. That is just a huge pump and dump here on the monthly. Hopefully it's the start of this, you know, the beginning of this uptrend, and we can start you know, going to the upside here, right? Working our way to the upside, and again, put in that huge inverted head and shoulders that I was talking about right here. Peep fart coin, brother. Jasmi, what coin do you think pumps the hardest in August? Possible 2 or 3x. Man, it's you know, it's hard because the Bitcoin drops. There might not be a lot of altcoins that pump hard, right? Maybe, you know, maybe Aave, maybe a Ethereum based coin, ENS, Aave, if Ethereum holds up well. Maybe even Litecoin. I mean, I don't expect Litecoin to 2x, but you know, usually those weird coins that pump when Bitcoin is down. I mean, right now when you look at the charts, everything is down. Right? You see, the only coin that's up is Conflux, is only up 33%. So if Bitcoin doesn't really perform in August, it'll probably be like a super low cap coin that does a 2 or 3x. Someone said a fart coin, right? We'll take a look at fart coin. I actually haven't looked at this coin ever in my live stream, so this is probably the first time. Sorry, bro, my phone died. Thank you so much for your help. I appreciate you so much. Anytime, Marco. Let me know if you missed it. Let me know if it died while I was talking. Let me know, and I'll definitely don't mind repeating. Yeah, well, where's the chart for fart coin? Oh, right here. Okay. So Farcoin, I mean, Farcoin it recovered very well here, right? It's just ever since it recovered, it put in the higher low right there on the 25, and you know, we might test that 200. Or, you know, we might be forming a inverted head and shoulders here, possibly, right? Might be coming down here. I can see it definitely coming down here. And then start to move up here, especially if Bitcoin gets that dump. So I would say Farcoin, a good target, Farcoin is around $1. Right? If it comes back to $1 around here, $1, $2, I would say that's a good target for it to bottom. Jasmi, please. Yeah, possibly it could be, right? So tomorrow, you know, depending on the FOMC, tomorrow's gonna be a big day because we might make that decision tomorrow. I would say what confirms this dump here to 111 is on the daily. You want to watch the daily. If we close here on the daily under the pendant that we break, but not just under the pendant, you know, below the 25 MA on the daily, because right here we break that pendant. We wick all the way to the 25, but then we come back up and we close here independent, right? So we want to close below, I would say below 116,300. If we get it closed below 116,300 tomorrow or the next couple days, then I would say there's a guarantee, not a guarantee, but a most likely probability that we're going down here and filling in that gap right there. Okay, that's just my opinion. Just increases that probability that we'll have that drop. So it's not confirmed yet. Again, tomorrow will be a big day. We can make that decision tomorrow for Bitcoin, but that's what we're watching for. Yeah, I did. I did make a profit. Take a look at Jasmi. I did get out of my trade. So the trade I told you guys last stream yesterday, I did get out of it. I think I got out of it at 13%. So, you know, I was watching the charts. I saw Bitcoin was bearish, but I put in this live trade yesterday. Actually on Sunday, when Bitcoin was 118 to 200, and we came up here to my targets, 118,500, 119,300, 200, and I completely got out of it. I didn't even wait for 120. I got out of it, and I made 13%. So not a bad trade. See, that's the thing. You got to know when to get out, right? You got to know when to get out on the trade. So I'm happy. If I didn't get out, I would have been down. I would have been down probably like 20% or something. What's up, Nathan? Yeah, I do think that, Nathan, for sure. Wow, don't forget to like, guys, on YouTube. Ask me on YouTube which one you guys want me to check out. We're checking out Jasmi right here. And you can kind of see here Jasmi on the monthly. Right. That 25 MA is heavy resistance right now, along with the past support right here. So I would say on the monthly, what Jasmi's kind of doing, it's probably gonna be in this pendant. All right, we're probably gonna hang around this pendant before we break to the upside, which I believe we will break to the upside here for Jasmi on the monthly. That's what I see. But again, we'll probably pull back slightly. You can kind of see on the weekly too, we're holding that, but on the daily, we're about to get that crossover. It could take a week. Wait, maybe a week for now. We'll get that crossover here, that golden cross for Jasmi on the daily, 25 over the 200 MA. Put in the higher low right there, and then we'll start continuing the momentum to the upside. Because last time this happened, Jasmi had a huge pump right here. Right, last time this happened, we went up here to the highest point Jasmi been in a year, 6 cents. So, you know, so yeah, possibly in a week or so, we're gonna get that cross, that golden cross, and that's gonna be mega bullish for Jasmi. I think that's gonna pump Jasmi long term. All right. What's up, Jamal?
New subscriber.
Thank you for subscribing, by the way, guys. You guys been killing it. My trading's been pretty good. I haven't been putting in too many trades. I haven't been over trading. But I did get out of my Bitcoin trade yesterday with 13% profit, so I'm happy about that. My prediction on Bitcoin and Solana. Look, I cannot guarantee you that Bitcoin, you know, is going to... I would say the probability is most likely that we dump, right? That's how it's looking right now. With the stochastic going down here, switching momentum to the downside. So, again, it depends a lot on the FOMC tomorrow. And it depends on the price action for Bitcoin tomorrow. Right. Again, if we get that close, that daily close below 116,300, then I would say that there's a higher chance, a higher probability we will go down to 111. So we got to see if we can hold this bounce off, or if we get that bounce here, we tighten up more, we can definitely break to the upside. And if we do break to the upside, I showed you the, you know, the target here, the measure move to the upside is around 125, right? 125 around there. But to the downside is 111, right? Even based on the measured move is 111. You can see right here. Even based on the measured move, it's 111, 110. Look at that. So it really depends here what decision Bitcoin makes tomorrow or the next coming days. So right now is a great time to look at some targets. If Bitcoin breaks more to the downside, what are those macro targets for altcoins to buy at the major support level, right? Where we see the altcoins bottoming out here. Chainlink. So you wanted to check out Chainlink. We'll actually check out Chainlink to see where Chainlink can come down to here on this pullback and Bitcoin breaks. Okay, Bitcoin breaks to 110, 111. I would say there's a big probability we'll come back here to $15, $16. Right. The good thing here is on the daily, we just had that golden cross on Chainlink. But if Bitcoin breaks to 111, we'll probably find support on that 200 MA, which is right on $16 right here. So $16 Chainlink, I would say that's a big chance of being the bottom with 111 Bitcoin. All right. But this is bullish long term, right? The crossover is bullish long term to continue to the upside. Yeah, FOMC is tomorrow, I believe. Hopefully we get some bullish news. My thoughts on Tau. I don't have any Tau. I wanted to get some Tau, but I think Tau will definitely be one of the biggest AI projects because it's a special AI project. You know, it's a decentralized AI project. Has a great chart, great tokenomics as well. Kind of marketed as like the Bitcoin AI coin, but you know, obviously nothing's close to Bitcoin, but after 10K to trade, what can we make? I mean, you know, 10K is not bad. I definitely can probably double it. But the way I trade, right, I swing trade, so it might take some time, maybe a couple weeks. Maybe $3, possibly this fall. If you had 1K, what would you put it on? If I had 1K, I'll probably put it on honestly, right now, I mean, I would probably put it on Cardano. I think Cardano is a great coin right now. You know, yeah, Cardano has 78 cents, has a great chart.
New subscriber.
It's a 3x from its all-time high, right? So I would say Cardano. Law says altcoin season over, fellas. I would say this is the beginning of altcoin season for sure. Chao's its own chain, I believe. Yeah, Tau has its own chain. I think so, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Tau has its own chain. 1K on COQ, NU, or Shrap. Well, I never heard about Shrap, but it's probably better than COQ. I mean, I'll probably pick that one. Even though I have a little bit of COQ. Bitcoin dominance analysis. So, you know, I was right about Bitcoin dominance a couple weeks ago. Bouncing off of here. Back to 61%. You can see we actually resisted that 200. And we're about to get that cross. I mean, we're about to get the golden cross to the downside for Bitcoin dominance, man. I mean, that's good for altcoins. Right? On the daily here, we've been just super mega bullish here on the 25. I mean, right here was kind of a fake out, right? Right here we had that cross, but then we crossed right back over. But very soon we're gonna get that cross right here. We might come back up to one more time here to put in a higher low, possibly to 63. I could see us going to 63%. But then if we put in the higher low, continue the cross here, the momentum has flipped, right? And this is possibly a top if that happens. But of course, you got to be open-minded too. A lot of people are going to call this to be a top. But what can be happening is something like that, right? Where back in 2018, we were kind of choppy here for Bitcoin dominance. Boom, boom, boom. And then out of nowhere, we exploded, right? And then right here, we had a major drop. Everyone probably thought that was the top. But then we came right back up here and double top. So I do believe at some point, Bitcoin dominance is going to take off and possibly put in a new high, or at least double top at some point, right? What can happen? Maybe we do top there on a local top, come down here to 57, and then bounce off here and double top or do something kind of like that, right? So, you know, definitely be open-minded to Bitcoin dominance eventually. I mean, especially a Bitcoin. We haven't seen Bitcoin make that major move to 150K yet. And a lot of people are calling Bitcoin to go to 200K. But we'll see. Yep. Yeah, August is unprecedented. I think the most bullish month for crypto historically has been September though, right? We can pull back in August. That's actually bullish if you hold 90, 85K. Yeah, man, that'd be a huge pullback though, right? 90, 85K on Bitcoin. I don't know how altcoin's gonna react to that, but I mean, at lowest, I would say 93K. Let's be honest, 93K. Because if we come all the way down here, I mean, that's definitely gonna destroy a lot of altcoins here. Yeah, I know, a higher low for sure. Yeah. And that's the thing, that's what's been different about this bull market. We had a lot of pullbacks, right? A lot of higher lows. Boom. Okay. Boom. So if you have another one right here, you know, we can have a situation where we might come up here, put in, you know, higher low and kind of have like inverted head and shoulders, and then that's it, right? I mean, again, it's all situational. We'll see. Yeah, that's the thing too, guys. Outlook, I would say right here too, you want to watch. This is why I love my MAs. The 100, actually the 50. The 50 on the weekly, I would say, in my opinion, once we break below the 50 on the weekly, I would say the bull market is over. So the 50 I got in teal, right? We bounce off of it. Each pullback, we actually found the bottom on the 50 MA. That's why it's so significant. Each pullback that we had here, the one where we broke all-time highs before the halving and we went to 48K, we bottomed on the 50 MA. Twice. Once, twice. Boom. And then the one where we went to, you know, 74K, where everyone freaked out, the 50 MA again. So I believe once we come to that 50 MA again, we're probably gonna break it, and then that'll be it. But I don't think it's gonna be this time. I think Bitcoin is gonna make that last leg up, right? That last leg up, and then eventually, boom, find that 50, close below it, and then that's it. Obviously, when we close below that 50 MA, we're gonna be down a lot from the top, but it's just another signal of confirmation, right? Kind of like here back last bull market. I show this all the time, but last bull market, we also bounced on the 50. We put in that huge top right there. We bounced on the 50, came down 50% on the 50 MA. Right, 52, bounced on the 50 again, double top, and then the third time, we didn't just lose it. We came up here for a dead cat bounce, and we got rejected right there, and then that's when we collapsed hard. So the 50 MA on the weekly is crucial for Bitcoin. It's crucial for Bitcoin. You can see right here, last bull market has been playing a major role, and this bull market too. This bull market, the 50 has been playing a major role too. So you want to keep your eyes on that 50 MA on the weekly. Mega important. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, I mean, I want to be freaked out if we go to 90K. You know, I agree with you. I was just saying that for the majority of people. I know the majority of people, but I mean, a lot of people are freaking out right now, right? With altcoins thumping, but you know, I definitely want to be scared 90K Bitcoin. Yeah, this is Bitcoin that we're seeing here. What's up, Sean? This is on the monthly. Woozy. Shout out to you guys on YouTube. You guys have been killing it on YouTube. If you guys are new, by the way, definitely subscribe. We're about to hit 40K on YouTube. And this week I'm posting my YouTube video, my official Bitcoin price prediction for this bull market. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be uploaded on YouTube. I wouldn't say it's a bull trap. No, I don't think it's a bull trap. Even if you pull back to 111, I don't think it's a bull trap. Honestly, I wouldn't even say, you know, if you break 125K, I wouldn't say that confirms 200K. Yeah, man, BNB is at 850, right? BNB is at all-time highs right now. Great sign here. A lot of layer ones like BNB, ETH has been holding up pretty well here. Specifically BNB and ETH. BNB, you know, it's pulling back now. On this pullback, you know, we can see BNB pull back here to 750, 740. Because that's where we topped out here back in December. So we might, I mean, we can easily pull back to 740, 750. So if you miss out on BNB, you want to buy the dip, that could be the bottom right there. If we get a big pullback for BNB. No, what analysis is that? Let me know. I'll look it up after the live stream, but I'll definitely be interested. What's up, R2? How you been, bro? How you been? Yeah, definitely a bear trap. Yeah, I mean, look, guys. Right now, I would say the probability is, if I had to choose, I would probably guess that Bitcoin breaks out of this, and we do come down here to the downside, right? But again, that's gonna depend on the FOMC tomorrow. And I believe what increases that probability to 111 is the 25 MA, which has been acting as support here. So if you close below 116,300, then we're dumping here to 112, 111. All right. But again, it's not guaranteed just yet. It's not, you know, we can have bullish day tomorrow, have a reversal, pull back, and then break out. So it's either 125K or 111. Right? It's gonna be a major decision here for Bitcoin. XRP, yeah, definitely exciting times, guys. Right? Exciting times here. I mean, technically, Bitcoin is in price discovery. Bitcoin over the last 2 months here, we've been in price discovery. So it's super exciting times. There's no reason for you guys to be bearish here of Bitcoin and price discovery, and ETH starting to outperform Bitcoin. That's good news. That's really good signs here. Bullish on the XRP. If Bitcoin breaks down to 111, I would say XRP can retest 260 possibly. All right, we can retest 260, kind of pull back here at 260, and then put in the higher low, which would also, you know, meet up with that 25 MA, right? That 25 MA, if we pull here to 260, all right, and get a bounce there, a higher low there, and then continue to the upside. So that's my analysis on XRP. Going to have some crypto reserve news tomorrow and Wednesday. Hopefully good for the markets. Yeah, that should definitely be good for crypto if we get some bullish news like that. What Grizzly just said. So Bitcoin starting to move back over 118. So yeah, let's hope it's good news. And very soon we'll drop the rates for, I believe, September. Ross says, well, where do you think the nearest support for SPX 6900 is? So SPX. Yeah, this coin's been doing great here. I think it's a great meme coin narrative. Let's see here. And you can kind of see we had a cup and handle, and then, right, we exploded to the, so this was a cup and handle that played out. That played out actually, right? We had the cup, handle, short handle here, bull flag, and then it played out. But if this coin does pull back, it's a bullish coin here, bullish chart. I'm definitely liking it. I don't expect us to have a big crash here, but you know, we can pull back here to the top of the cup. which is right here. You know, again, it could take a couple weeks or so. You know, that price point is around 175. So again, it's not a one-time drop here, right? It could be a couple days where we sell off slowly, boom, and then we tag it, and then put in the higher low, and then we continue that, right? So I'll say 175 for SPX is a good target. Innovative, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. AVT support. AVT support. I think it's just Bitcoin coming down with the market. And it's also, you know, we had a bullish day on Sunday. It's also, you know, for the FOMC meeting tomorrow. We could be dumping so we can pump tomorrow. We've seen this play out a lot of times. You can see AVT has kind of been resisting that 25. So you might pull back here one more time, which will actually be good, right? Get a pull back here. I would say you can go as low as 145.
New subscriber.
147. If we do pull back to this level, we hold that. We can have an inverted head and shoulders play out here, right? Kind of see an inverted head and shoulders play out here to the upside. So if we pull back to that level, we bounce. We'll break that 25, and then that's how we flip bullish. So 145, 150 is support right there for ABT. We got Cardano, PBTC. I got you, bro. I seen that. Diamond says Traders University, great investment all around for beginner, intermediate, and advanced traders. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you for the shout out. Diamond's in my trading group, CTU, Crypto Trader University. If you guys are interested, definitely check it out. These are some of my trades. This is some of Diamond's. He shares a lot of his trades here. He's up a ton. But this is where I post my signals, not just for trading, but for spots. Any coin, any low cap coin I like, I post it on here. You know, some of my biggest calls on here too. You can see some of my calls calling Bitcoin bottom. So definitely check it out. You also get my indicators on TradingView. All my indicators on TradingView. You'll have access to them. My 6 MAs, as well as the Bitcoin log. Right where I see Bitcoin topping out right here in the red zone. So definitely check it out if you guys are interested.
Subscriber.
Yeah, I heard about ABT having good tokenomics and a good project. So I don't have any ABT. I know it's on Coinbase, which is a good sign. Thomas says, any advice for beginners regarding what? Just getting into crypto or trading? So for trading, I would suggest just getting TradingView, the app, and just going one day, right? Maybe you have it off one day and actually doing the trade. You know, get a little bit of money. You know, do $5 trades. I don't like copy trading or fake trading because it's not real money. If you guys want to learn trading, you have to actually do it. Put in the hours, do it, and when it's your real money, it kind of tests your emotion. So that's really how you learn. So what was the coin we were checking out? PB? Was it PBTC? PBTC. Yeah, it's all in the description. The Telegram is free though. If you guys want to join the Telegram, it is free. We got over 1,000 people. I can't find. Oh, it's Purple Bitcoin, right? Purple Bitcoin. I don't think it shows the full chart here for Purple Bitcoin. But man, it is a major support right here. So it's retesting the support from back in July 8th here. So, you know, it's not looking too bullish. You know, I will definitely wait a couple weeks to kind of see it consolidate and create a bottom before getting in right here and kind of catch a falling knife if it breaks down, right? So the smart play would be to wait a couple weeks, see what it does. Ike White, thanks. 116, 600, and then back to 120K. You think so? I mean, that could possibly be, right? I mean, 116,600 is above, it's around the 25 MA, so we already bounced off the 25 MA right there. We can definitely bounce off of it twice. Like I said, what confirms, what really, for me, confirms Bitcoin dropping lower to 112, 111 is getting a daily close below the 25 MA, which would be below 116,300. Okay, that really is the big signal for me for Bitcoin dumping that low. So depending on the next coming days, I might be looking to put a short for Bitcoin depending on what it does. What are my thoughts on WAP? That's actually where my course is at. My course is on WAP if you guys are interested. I think it's a great platform. I think the fees are pretty big, to be honest. I don't like the... See, I used to have a Patreon and I moved away from Patreon because they just have a huge fee. And not just because of the fee, but you have to make an account to join the Patreon. So if I had a Patreon, you'll need a Patreon account, which it's annoying for people. And they have a big fee. So that's why I moved away from Patreon. WAP, you also need an account, and you know, they do take a fee, but it's less than Patreon. So I just made my course on there, and then my Discord is some other program that has like no fees. Yeah, be careful with PBTC. Again, I actually have BTCB, right? What is it? BTCB, Bitcoin on Base. I have a little bit of it, but it's, you know, it's one of my moon bags. I've been sharing it over the last few months. But again, you want to be careful with those coins. They're low cap coins. It should definitely be like less than 1% of your portfolio in it. Gav's dad, what's up, man? How you been? Thanks for being a subscriber, by the way, Gav's dad. I appreciate it. Sir Gav's dad. Thank you, bro. Yeah, every time it does, but I mean, I don't know if this is a bull flag, right? It's pretty you know, I definitely don't I don't see this being a bull flag. Maybe on a higher time frame, but it's just been ranging, really, right? It's been a mega range here for Bitcoin. All right. Yeah, I definitely consider this more of a bull flag than the recent one that we had right here. Been just ranging a rectangular formation here, so. But we can definitely change to a bull flag here, right? Depending on the next coming, depending on this week. Brutus, what's up, Brutus? How you been, bro? BMNR. It's a crypto ETF, really? Thank you, Blackie. Crypto ETF. BMNR. So I guess it's on under stocks. Okay. Is it this one right here? Let me know if this is the right one. Bitmine. Let me know if this is the right one. Apparently this is a big a crypto ETF. Oh yes, yes it is. Okay. Wow, I never heard about this ETF. What coin does this ETF hold? I mean, the chart doesn't look too good here. I mean, we had a massive run here the last couple months, but it looks like it's the beginning of the, you know, a new change here. So, you know, you can kind of see over the last few months and weeks, we just been in this massive downtrend with that 25 being heavy resistance just under it. And then recently we pumped right above it. So this might be the start of the pivot based on this chart. You know, I just be careful with it. And I would definitely research what coins are in this ETF, right? That's what you definitely want to look into. Yeah, I mean, we can see a massive pump here, and then we've been selling off since. So, but yeah, if the market picks back up, if we have altcoin season, this is gonna take off, right? Just open a Forex trading account. Extremely new to trading. Hope it goes well. Good luck to Drew. Drew just opened a Forex account. I actually never tried Forex, but I heard a lot of people like it. Arc just spotted ETH. By the way, if you guys are subscribed, you can definitely there's like some stickers that you guys could use that I added for the subscription for people that are subscribed. Melee, thank you, bro. Hopefully I'm saying the right name. Melee. Yeah, I put like a bunch of stickers. I might put some new ones too, but I put a bunch of stickers. They gotta be approved by TikTok first, so. Shout out to Melee. He's posting them right now. Thank you, bro. What's my portfolio look like? To be honest, my portfolio, you know, I'm definitely one of those people that hold a lot of coins. You know, I know there's a lot of people. The majority of influencers will tell you like, don't hold more than 10 coins. You know, I'm definitely not one of them. Just being honest. But it's like not each coin in my portfolio is equal, right? Like, there's coins where I might hold multi-thousand, while other coins is just a couple hundreds, right? So not all coins are created equal in my portfolio. My biggest holdings are in XRP, Doge, based on profit, right? Because they've been doing pretty well, especially XRP. Chainlink, ETH, even Bitcoin. Those are probably the big five. And then next I would probably say Shiba as well. And at some point Shiba was really up big in my portfolio, right? When I had that big massive pump. But you know, I hold a lot of coins. I hold AVAX. On this dip, I actually recently got into Say. I hold a couple hundreds into Say, right? It's not one of my top holdings. Sui too, right? I don't hold a ton of Sui. I wish I would have got in earlier. I do hold XLM. I do hold Jasmi. So yeah, I wouldn't say my portfolio is as crazy as other people's portfolio, but I haven't made a ton here since 2022 because I've been buying since 2022. That's why I'm up a ton here. Of course, we all wish we can go back in time and, you know, put all our life savings back here in 2022. But I mean, during that time, if you guys were here in 2022, 2023, right, there were hard times. They were hard times. But shout out to everyone who bought. Shout out to everyone who bought here with whatever amount you had. You know, with the faith that you guys had here, these were the best times to end it. I made a indicator called Fib Waves that will help you buy during the bear market. It'll help you, give you more conviction during the bear market. And I believe next bear market, Bitcoin will be in the green zone. I made it green for a reason, because that's the time you want to buy. And this indicator is based on Fibonacci. You can actually check on the settings. You can access this in my trading group. It's a private indicator. But you see each bear market right here, right? Bitcoin from 23 to 15, right? Even caught the COVID dip right here. So each bear market, Bitcoin came down here in the green zone on my indicator. And I believe right now that green zone, the top of that green zone is around 48K. 48K. That doesn't mean that, you know, that's the bottom. We can definitely continue to move up here. Because look here, you know, it was 24K here, but we actually went to the bottom here of 15K. So we can definitely move up here with Bitcoin moving up, you know, to 56K or higher. The bottom of this green zone is 26K, 25K. I don't think Bitcoin will ever go to those levels again. But we will see. I will be making a Bitcoin bottom prediction for next bear market. But first, we gotta see where we top out. Let's see where Bitcoin shoots up this bull market, and then we'll be getting ready for the next bear market. But again, I don't think next bear market is going to be a big drop for Bitcoin. Altcoins for sure. We'll probably see a lot of altcoins go to zero. As for Bitcoin, I just don't see us having a 70% drop. Maybe a 60, right? Good evening, NW. How you been, bro? Thanks for coming to the live stream. Yo, take a look at Bonk. We'll take a look here at Bonk. Let's see where Bonk is pulling back to. You can see Bonk broke to the downside here on this pendant, right? So if we get the we can possibly, yeah, and this is exactly my target right here. The measured move brings us to this zone, which is where we took off here for Bonk. So we can get a pullback to as low as 4.022 here for Bonk. We're at 4.022 to even 4.021, which for right now where Bonk's at, that's basically a 30, either a 30 to a 24% drop, which again, it's not going to happen in one day. It could happen over the course of a couple weeks, which honestly I think will be a healthy pullback, right? Because we'll be testing the top here from back in May, where we pulled in this head and shoulders to the downside here for Bonk. So we'll be testing that top right there. Bonk's been up a ton here, so don't get, again, I'm sharing this so you guys don't get freaked out. Don't panic if you come drop into these levels here. Yeah, but long term I'm bullish on Bonk. We'll see how the Solana phone plays out. Maybe it's definitely gonna be a sell the news event, right? Seeing Bonk show momentum to the downside. Hopefully the Solana phone is a success. Let me know if any of you guys got it, by the way. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see how it works with crypto, because it's gonna have its own wallet. I'm pretty sure Phantom will be on it, right? Yeah, I've been buying more. I'm buying more, and I'm getting prepared for these drops, these major drops here. I haven't went all in, but I've been buying as we've been coming down here. Again, tomorrow's gonna be a major day for Bitcoin. We just flipped green here on the day, so, well, the new day. So we were red here on the day. Now we're back to 118,284. So maybe the Asian market starts to push up Bitcoin here for tomorrow FOMC. We're already down to oversold levels here on Bitcoin on the daily. So yeah, I'll be live again tomorrow, guys, for sure, during the nighttime. And if you guys want to know where I trade on, BTCC, BitUnix. Okay, BTCC this is my long-term promo here for BTCC. 10% deposit bonus up to 500. Max reward is 10K. So you can get up to 10K based on the deposit bonus. Just has to be over 500 and you get 10%. So use my link, my BTCC link. It should be the third one on my link bio and on the pinned comment for you guys on YouTube. So XCN. Yeah, XCN's been in this major, I mean, look at this. It's just a major pendant here, a major flag for XCN, which we're just tightening up here before we make a major move. which could take a couple days. You know, in a couple days we're gonna see altcoins and Bitcoin make a major move here very soon. And we're just about to enter August, so it's probably gonna be the first week of August if I were to guess. Right, we can kind of see we crossed down here on the 25, but then it looks like we're gonna cross back up here, unless we get that major dump here for XCN. So I mean, there is a case we can test the lows here for a double bottom here at 0.805. So just be prepared for that. And I will have a video up tomorrow on YouTube, so check it out. My crypto Bitcoin price prediction video will be out this week. Look, on this, it is on YouTube, but if you want my free community, the Telegram is free. My Discord is more for serious traders if you're interested in the Discord. But you can check out right here. I just posted the Telegram. We got over 1,000 people on Telegram. If you guys want to join, it is in the link bio, in the bio. Doge again. I'm bullish on Doge. It's testing its lows here. If we do have a major dump here for Bitcoin, I'll say 19 cents Doge is a great deal, right? 19 cents, 20 cents. These are good levels here for Doge to bounce down to and hold. But I don't expect us to go all the way back here to 18, 16. So I'm buying on these dips. I'll be back on tomorrow for sure. Hopefully the FOMC meeting tomorrow goes great, guys. I'll update you guys tomorrow as I go back live. I just want to say thank you all of you guys that were on here. Shout out to all the subscribers. You guys have been killing it. Thank you for the likes, the hearts. We all appreciate your time. Lewis, thank you, sir. Have a good night. Oro, thank you, man. Appreciate all of you guys on here. I will be back on tomorrow, so you want to put the notification bell so you guys know when I go back on. Should be around the same time. But just want to say, I hope you guys have a great night or a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys. Peace.